Yo, what's good, everybody? What's good? Cuz, man, what we got going on tonight, man?
Man, listen, we got this thing. We're going to be talking about something for a little bit, and then it's going to transform on us, and it's going to be turned up. We talk about transforms, yeah.
Yes, sir. You already know, man. Transformers Beast Wars. I said Beast Wars. That was a show. Transformers
Yeah,
Rise of the Beast. All right, man. Let's
there
go
it
ahead and get
is.
into it. Yes, sir, guys. Listen, it is a man feeling like a Decepticon tonight. It is your boy, Real.
It's your boy Will, and you know what it is.
Yes, sir, man. You already know what time it is, guys. It's time to get our geek on. Welcome to another episode of Cuz We're Geek, where we encourage you to stay geeked. Listen, man, we got a good one for y'all today, man. Y'all know a hot movie came out this weekend. We talking Transformers Beast Wars today, guys. So we about to get into it. But before
What
we
is
do
it?
that,
What is it?
Transformers Rise of the Beast. I'm sorry.
There it is.
Uh, listen, if y'all grew up in the '90s, y'all know what Beast Wars is, man. I don't know. I keep calling it Beast
Yeah,
Wars,
no.
but y'all know why I'm saying Beast Wars. If you grew up in the '90s, you know what time it is, man. But yeah, we got this to get into, man. We're gonna get into the Transformers Rise of the Beast. But like I said, cuz you already know. We listen, man. What we're gonna do is gonna kind of give you guys our overall reaction of the movie. Then we're gonna give you our positives, our negatives, and then we're gonna give you our overall score of 1 to 10 on letting you guys know what we think about this movie. So yeah, man. What you got, cuz?
Oh man, so hype is real. I enjoyed it. I was telling one of the guys at work that one thing that I want more of the movies nowadays to do is to create a universe. You know, just to give us a gang, essentially a gang of movies, to for us to enjoy instead of just like one-off stuff. Mainly like things like this, your nerd stuff like this, like the Transformers saying that's what they're getting set up to do, especially at the end. So for me, I really enjoyed it. The fighting basically gets going immediately on the Beast home planet. I had Omicron coming to devour it. It was just, it was this is like a good prequel, like the way that they had it set up, going back into the '90s, before any of the most of the other Transformers that came ahead of this one, except for the Bumblebee movie. So I really enjoyed this one. What you got?
No, this is actually after the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying.
remember,
Like
Prime
it
said
was
something about the girl,
before.
yeah, about old girl.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
because I think
it
that
was.
was in the '80s and this is in the '90s.
Yeah, yeah, it
So
was before like the Mark Wahlberg ones and Shia LaBeouf, but after that one, the
I wonder if this is
Bumblebee.
actually continuity with it, if they're not just rebooting this. I still don't know if that's the case.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. I don't know. Cause I think there's a lot of questions about that too going online. Like, is this actually like the prequel or is this like a reboot or whatever, right? And I
yeah,
guess a lot of people think it might be a prequel because the way the Bumblebee looks, but
hmm
I don't know. Listen, if you grew up in, like I said, in the '90s, it's two things that kind of helped me reminisce off of this, man. The first one being when we saw Unicron coming up, man, getting ready to eat the earth, man. It brought back memories of the old Transformer movies back in the '80s and the late '80s. I think it was '88 or '89. The Transformer movie, man. I remember when I was a kid, my dad took me to go see that movie,
yeah,
and I remember I cried in that movie, bro, because the Optimus Prime died. I was like, "Why are you serious right now?"
yeah,
at first I thought when he died in the beginning of the movie, I thought like, okay, he gonna come back, and he never came back. And of course, that's when we got introduced to Hot Rod, aka Rodimus Prime. And
yeah,
I wasn't happy with that. I liked Hot Rod how he was in the movie, but then when they turned him into like the new Optimus Prime, I wasn't feeling it. But anyway, I know a lot of people. If y'all watching, I know a lot of y'all know about that old 1980s. I think I want to say it's 88 or 89
yeah,
movie. But yeah, it was kind of Hasbro's way to kind of bring in the new toys, kind of refresh the toy brand or whatever. So they thought maybe kind of get rid of some of the old characters and bring in some new ones.
yeah,
Of course, in that movie, Megatron was the main bad guy. Then he ended up getting turned into Galvatron. We saw Galvatron in one of I think it was the I want to say was it the Extinct movie, the Transformers Extinction movie. I think that was
yeah,
what it was in. Galvatron and the
yeah.
rest of those new Transformers. Yeah. Um, but the other thing this movie reminded me of, like you heard me say, Beast Wars. We
Hmm.
finally got to see the Maximals in there, and the Predacons in here.
Yeah,
Listen, bro, I would have never thought we would have saw them in the movie, man. I know people been kind of asking for like years or whatever to see the Maximals and the Beast Wars and all that into a movie. Not bad, man.
yeah,
Not bad at all. We got to see, like I said, we got to see Optimus riding with Optimus Primal. Uh,
yeah,
that was clean, man. Like listen, um, Air Razor, man, when she died, I was like, dang, I thought she was gonna come back like
yeah. Me
Bumblebee.
too.
I
Yeah,
thought when Bumblebee came back, I was like, okay, so Air Razor gonna come back too, but that wasn't the case. I was like, dang, I hate she died.
yeah,
Um, the the human characters in here weren't annoying like they are in the Michael Bay movies. That I guess we can say that too.
that was
Uh,
a breath of fresh air.
yeah, that was a breath of fresh air. I guess we can get to the positives, man. The one thing that stuck out to me, which I was surprised. Listen, I'm not a Pete
Mhm.
Davidson fan at all. Like, I mean, you want them take it or leave it type of guys. I was asking
Mhm.
my wife the other day, like, why is he in so much things? Like, why does everybody keep picking him up on stuff?
Yeah,
That Mirage, man. I gotta give him his props. He did his thing, man.
yeah,
He did his thing.
yeah,
I can't be mad at him, man. The fact that they're gonna bring him back too. Oh, we're gonna say that for last. We'll say it for last. The end credit scene, which is crazy because, well, I'll talk about it when we get to it. But yeah, listen. I think I like the fact too. I mean, one thing I like about these new Transformers movies, I like the way that the robots look clean as far as like
yeah.
when they're fighting, you can actually see what's going on. Because with the Michael Bay stuff,
Moving
it happens
within
so
them.
fast. It looks like it's just a bunch of jumbled things, just doing things or whatever. With these,
Yeah.
it looks a whole lot more cleaner. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
so, and each like robot got like a separate type of personality. Like it's kind of hard to explain because it's like they don't feel like Michael Bay's stuff. It's just like a bunch of action and just
Yeah.
explosions all over the place. Like you can actually feel like some
It was
emotion with this,
acting.
yeah, the acting, the emotion, stuff like that, man, with this movie. So yeah, man, I liked it, man. I really did like it. What about you, man? What was the positive you took out of it?
Yeah, it was overall. So you had the human element. Like you said, it wasn't annoying. Like they actually helped build the story instead of just taking away from it or uh, just going for the ride. They actually were a massive part of it. They actually were able to, when it was time for them to carry their part, they were able to do it as well. Like with when it came to like the Michael Bay ones, it was just action, going from one action scene to the next action scene, just continuous, to where like whenever it was a human moment or humans doing their part, it would just like, okay, like now's their time. But for this one, it was like, yeah, okay, so they going through this too. They going through this as well, and having that energy as well. Like, and they kept it. They had them down to earth as well. All about family, we in it together. Essentially, like we all we got. I love that. Um, Optimus Prime, he was a GS as always. Um, him, I think. I think this has to be more towards a prequel because you saw how he was essentially anti-human
Hmm.
at the beginning of it, and then towards the end, you could because with the humans helping them, giving them a chance to go back home, you could start to see him sway a little bit. And then
Right.
in the Michael Bay movie, he's heavy on the humans, being able to protect them, support them, or trust them, and stuff like that. So that gives it the prequel vibe. I would say that much. Not saying it is the prequel, but it does give that prequel vibe of saying how what's happening with Optimus Prime. So really interested in seeing that with uh, when it came to Bumblebee, uh, when he died, like I gasped, right?
Yeah, I
Like
did too. I did too.
it
I
was
was like,
just
what?
that
Yeah.
moment. It's like, what just happened? Um, the movie is like before the action really got going, Bumblebee's out of here, like got
Right.
snuffed out. What the hell? So for them to the way that they brought him back was not was I feel like it was a natural occurrence. They didn't go out of their way to make sure that he was in the movie. It just felt like it was a great storytelling to be able to. He died this way, but he was able to come back this way. Like it was really good. I'd say the story writing was really good. The storytelling was really good for this one. So that's what I really enjoyed was the storytelling.
Yeah. One thing too I liked about this movie, the soundtrack.
Oh
Yeah, Terry
yes,
kept pulling her
yes,
phone out, man, using Shazam to try to find the different songs and stuff. Cause it was the soundtrack was fire, man. Uh,
was
yeah, like you said, the whole at first I was kind of taken back by it because like Optimus Prime seemed kind of bitter at the beginning of the movie.
hmm
Like you said,
yeah,
it was like a story arc. He worked his way toward being the Optimus Prime that we know. You know what I'm saying? The optimistic Optimus
yeah,
Prime. Um, Bumblebee was that part right there where he's coming down from the sky, coming out the plane, putting that work in. Yeah, man, that
yeah,
was fire. Man, the
mm,
dude Noah, the lead actor in the movie,
yeah,
when Mirage died and broke a piece of his body off and made a suit for him. I don't know if a
yeah,
lot of y'all remember, man, when Daniel, the little kid in the Transformer movie, the old one, had that kind of like robot suit or whatever that can help him
mm,
transform and stuff. That's what that kind of reminded me of. Um, like, listen, man, I every time I like with these new movies, with the Bumblebee movie and this movie here, like it's starting to kind of like the nostalgia is really starting to kick in, man, because like the characters are starting to look more like they looked in the cartoons, right? Like Optimus looked more
yeah,
like he did.
yeah,
Saw RC, she's looking more like
yeah,
she did. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, and Mirage, he was a Porsche, so like just like in the in the cartoons and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and the thing too, I like too, like I was kind of taken back by the like Optimus Primal and the and Beast the not Predacons. What do they call? Why am I blanking on what they are? I just called any. Why am I blanking on it? Anyway, like the way, like see in the cartoon, they were smaller. Like they were actually the size of
yeah,
normal animals. So in the
yeah,
movie, they're the same size as Optimus and them, man. Like he's a big old huge gorilla, the same size as
yeah,
Optimus. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I mean that's fine, man. I can't complain about that. They still look good. Like Cheeto right there look good. He look good.
yeah. Had the hair and everything.
Yeah. So I just listen, man. The only thing I was surprised that wasn't in the movie were Decepticons. There were no Decepticons at all in the movie.
Yeah.
I was surprised by that. Um, but other than that, I wasn't tripping, man. You had any negatives in this movie?
Um, trying I really don't think so. Like it's to me, it was just a really good movie, well put together. Uh, no, I can't. To be honest, I can't think of one just off the top of my head because it felt like it didn't feel like a long movie. It was a little over 2 hours or so. It didn't feel like a long movie.
Maximals.
Huh?
They're Maximals. I don't know why I'm blanking on what they were. You had the
Yeah.
Autobots and you had the Maximals. and the
Yeah.
Predacons.
So
Yes.
it didn't feel like a long movie. It felt like it was continuous. It didn't feel skippy. Um, the soundtrack was fire. Uh, it was just a well put together. Like it was thought out. With you. I mean, of course, movies are thought out, but like they actually took the time with this one. It wasn't anything that was like we got to get it out here into theaters as soon as possible, just so we can have these other stories to go with it. It was a really good movie. It was solid. It was really solid. What you got?
The one thing I remember my wife was telling me, she didn't the part she didn't get, like at the beginning of the movie they made it seem like Noah was like tech savvy, and she said they really didn't like play on that
Yeah,
within the
which is
movie.
weird.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
said they didn't play. I didn't even notice it until she kind of mentioned it, and I was like, oh, I guess they didn't. And then because they didn't start do, they didn't do it until the very end when he put Mirage together. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So, and that was the second post credit scene or whatever. And
yeah,
so that's why I was like, when she said that, I was like, I mean, I guess they were playing more up on the fact that he was like, he was, they suppose he was like a coward, he runs or whatever, but he actually stood there and faced the, the demons and all that type of stuff. But she said, but
yeah,
the way they built him up was, it made him look like, okay, he this tech savvy guy that's gonna
yeah,
come into play. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought he was gonna be the one when they took the key off from closing that portal. I thought
yeah,
he's gonna be the one to do it or whatever, because he's supposed to be tech savvy.
yeah,
That's what when she said that, that's how my first mind went to. So I was like, I mean, I don't know. I was surprised by that too, but yeah, right there, the suit, man, like that suit. I
yeah,
mean, that was a glove in the first one, but he ended up getting the suit that Mirage made for him or whatever. So, but yeah, man, like I said, it was good, man. The action, like that part right there, man, in the trailer, it made it seem like it was like this huge like battle of good versus evil, man. In reality, it was only I think like 6 or 7 of them. So,
yeah. Against
taking on
everybody else.
yeah versus everybody else. Like I thought it was like a whole army of like Decepticons and Predacons versus the Maximals and the Autobots or whatever. But that wasn't the case because I was wondering. I hadn't heard anything about like Megatron or anything. So that's why I was confused on like what where are they at in this? But it was the Autobots helping out the pretty much the Maximals versus the Predacons. So
Yeah,
uh, you ready to get into the spoiler part, the real spoiler part?
yeah, let's do it.
All right, man. So if you've seen the movie, hopefully you have. You're watching this. At the end of the movie, the very first, I want to say it was the first post credit scene. There
Yeah,
was a teaser. So Noah, that y'all know, during the movie was trying to look for a job, and so he found a job that he was going to an interview for. So when he went to the job to find an interview, the interviewer was questioning him like, why should I hire you? The typical questions. And then the questions started turning personal. Like, yeah, so why were you, in what they go, Peru? Where'd they
yeah,
go?
yeah.
Yeah, Peru.
Peru. It was Peru because he
Yeah,
told
so
him
they was like, he was
that
like, yeah, so what were you doing
he
in
was
Peru? And he was
down
like,
south.
yeah. And he was like, wait, what? Like, how do you know all that? Just asking these personal questions. Like, yeah, so who are your friends that you were with out there? And they named the girl's name in there and all that stuff. And so that's when he kind of asked him, like, yo, do you want to work for us? Because you got skills. And he was like, he kind of confused, hands him a card. So the guy gets up, turns a little plaque, wall goes up, and on the other side of that wall, you see some planes and jets or whatever, like high class like jets and planes and stuff that they were working on. And he flips the card over, and lo and behold, GI Joe is on the card. Uh, let me get your opinion on it before I start talking about it, man. There's some things I want to take out of that, but what was your opinion on that, man? When you saw that, did you flip out? Did you throw
Oh
popcorn in the kitchen
man,
and say, "Man, look at
I was hyped as soon as the car flipped over. I was hyped. I was like, yo, they are setting it up. That's the universe I was talking about. When I say like nerd things like this, being able to build up a universe. Yeah, the fact that they had flipped over with GI Joe, it was just like, because that means you're gonna get an updated GI Joes as well, and then
yeah,
being able to bring them together. It's like, yes. I like the little comment that the interviewer has said too. It's like, oh, and your little brother was right. Don't say names on the radio. Like that was pretty funny to me. It's just the small things like that. for them to pick up because they're listening on the radio. But yeah, that had me hype. Them pulling up with the GI Joes because oh man, we've been needing a new and updated GI Joe movie, and to know that they're setting it up to have them tangle to be beside the Transformers as well. It's like, yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun where we're headed at this point. What about you? Where was your energy when you saw it?
Few things to take out of this, man. Shout out to JC family too, man. Shout out to you, man.
Ooh.
Listen, look, this the thing. So a few things. One, I had a feeling that that's who that guy worked for when he went there.
Mhm.
I was like, wait a minute, is they going? Because I remember I was listening to John Campy in them show, and they said something like, "Oh yeah, y'all gonna be excited about this one thing at the end. I'm not gonna say nothing, but you're gonna be excited." And I'm like, huh. I wonder if it is what I think it is, because we've been hearing rumors for years that they were going to do a crossover, and of course, you know, Hasbro owns the
Yeah,
rights to GI Joe and Transformers. Not only did they have
yeah,
a Transformers movie back in the late '80s, but they also had a GI Joe movie. I don't know if you remember, we had the tape when I was a kid. The GI Joe movie. I remember
yeah.
Duke was supposed to die in
Uh,
that too, just like Optimus Prime died. You know, Duke was the most famous character of GI Joe. He's supposed to die, and
yeah,
but I think because of the backlash, he didn't die. I think he just he well, they didn't show it in the movie, but at the end, somebody kind of said off camera like, yeah, you know, Duke is recovering well and all that stuff. Because I was thinking as a kid, I'm like, damn, they done killed out Optimus and he better kill out Duke. Like, what are we doing?
yeah.
And so, but yeah, they had a movie about that too. But yeah, listen, man, the another thing too, so Hasbro is trying to do their own shared universe. As y'all know, Hasbro has started their own production company. They got their own studio, just like you know a Marvel or DC and all them got Lucasfilms. They started
Yeah.
their own studio. They bought the rights to uh, the Power Rangers because supposedly they're supposed to reboot the Power Rangers too. And then guess what? Supposedly the news was the Power Rangers are supposed to be in the '90s too. So yeah,
Are they going to do our old school Power Rangers?
I'm not
Like the
sure.
suits?
Probably
Like the
so.
suits? If they
Like I'm
do,
not even
if they
sure.
do old school Power Ranger suits, oh my
Like they're
god!
supposed to be doing that. And I think a Micronauts movie or whatever supposed to be in the works too. I heard that like a year ago. So like yeah, a lot of the Hasbro properties they put. I know they're doing a Monopoly movie, but Monopoly has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
But that's in the works too. So, but yeah, when I saw that, I tripped out in the movie theater. I thought all you heard was people gasping in the movie theater when they saw that. And it's like I told Terry, I said, "Man, they've been talking about trying to do a GI Joe Transformer crossover. They have it in the comics. They have a comic
Hmm.
run of that, and it's and they're finally doing it on live action, like live, you
Yeah,
know, in live action, I should say, on TV or not TV,
yeah.
but in the movies or whatever. So, bro, listen, like you said, I'm kind of glad they're rebooting it again, cause we kind of had our opinions of Snake Eyes. Did not like it. I felt like that was not Snake Eyes.
Mm-mm.
Somebody said I watched a shout out to Heavy Spoilers, man. I was watching their show, and the guy was doing the breakdown of the movie and everything, and he said he wants you to think about because people like I don't know people are wondering like how they gonna do this with GI Joe and Transformers.
Hmm.
The Michael Bay movies, you saw the way that the military was in there.
Yeah.
Think of them being GI Joe,
See,
like
now
Tyrese and all
that
them.
would be lit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would just
See, that
picture
would
them as
be lit.
GI Joe because
Yes,
technically they were like
embedded with them.
yeah, because technically they were like a little small task force, like not small task force, but like a co-op like task force, kind of like GI Joe. So
Yeah.
just picture them being GI Joe. So that's how
See,
they would
that
be
would be dope.
alongside Transformers. And so
Yeah.
that's a question I had too, based off of that, bro. Because we heard the guy say that there's some forces that we need them their help to like join the fight or whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what is bigger than Unicron? Like that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, bro, Unicron is that's a Thanos of Transformers, bro.
Yeah.
Like that dude is a monster, man. I was surprised too he didn't transform like in in a cartoon movie, um, but yeah, I was like, man, when he said that, I'm like, man, what's bigger than Unicron? Like, is
Yeah.
are the Decepticons going to team up with Cobra? Like that's gonna happen? Like if they do that, man, that's gonna be stupid, boy. In a good way, in a good way.
Yeah.
But
I need it.
yeah, but yeah, man. Like I said, that ought to be interesting. Looks like we might be. It depends on too. Y'all know how this works. It depends on what they get in the box. So I think they made good numbers this weekend, man. For the box office.
Yeah, I would think so, because I haven't heard anything bad from it. So typically that would help. Once you get word of mouth through the first few days, don't hear, or at least the first day or two, don't hear anything bad, then it typically just takes off from that point on, like a wildfire.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna see what the box office numbers is real quick.
Yeah, I think they're gonna end up doing really well. Because it's beginning of summer too, so folks out here in the theaters. That's the
Uh,
one I went to. It was packed.
said Rise of the Beast unleashing at 160 million global right now.
Come on, people, go
So
see it. Go see it.
so
Get
yeah,
us the crossover that we need.
yeah, that's a crossover we've been waiting on, man. Yeah, 160 worldwide. What was I about to say? Oh, what do you have? What's your score on this movie, man?
For me, I give it a 7.7. Like I said, it was just solid. It was a really good movie. Well, thought out. Like I said, it had like for me to go above like an 8, it has to have like content. Wow, like Spider Man, uh,
Into the Spider, I mean,
Spider Verse,
across the Spider Verse.
yeah,
I about to say into. I keep saying,
yeah,
I keep wanting to say into the Spider Verse, but across the
yeah,
Spider
me
Verse.
too. Across, yeah, like that one was just constant, like whoa, 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 and with this one it was like whoa, whoa, whoa. So I'm good with it. 7.7. I like it's a solid movie, solid actors. The humans were fantastic. The Pete, like you said, Pete was really good when it came to Mirage. The Yeah, they did a really good movie, and it's a good setup. It's This is a good movie. This is how you want a movie done when you're setting up a new universe. I think they did a really good job. What you
So
got?
you so know where you're saying don't not putting the cart before the horse, pretty much.
Exactly, exactly. It's like just
Um,
building blocks, good building blocks.
I like the fact too, like going back to the humans, like it wasn't like a bunch of them that were just unnecessary. Like in the Michael Bay movie, it was too many unnecessary humans. Like you had Sam, you had his girlfriend, you had
Mhm.
his parents, you had those like side government guys, you had
Yeah,
the soldiers, what I'm saying, in the army and all that stuff. Like you didn't
yeah,
need all those extra characters. With this one, it made it more about the Transformers and
hmm
it kept the human aspect of it to a minimum. You only had two of them.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that was a good thing. I know a lot of people been complaining about the Transformers movies being way too human centric. Which, listen, to be fair, I understand why because it costs a lot of money to make these
yeah,
movies because of the CGI and all that. So
yeah,
that's why they have as many humans as they can in there. But I mean, if you keep the cost down, you know what I'm saying, trim the movie down to about a nice little, maybe 2 hours,
yeah,
the budget don't have to be that high, and you only got, like I said, two main human characters, so that was a good thing. Um, you want to hear what the Rotten Tomato scores are?
yeah. That,
It's a 52% on Rotten Tomatoes, but a 90%
okay.
audience score.
See, there it is. At 90. I think the
Yeah,
90 is going to carry it. Yeah, 52.
yeah, 52. Like I said, it's gonna depend, man. You need at least two of the three trifectas, man, to guarantee you a sequel. Like I said, one,
Yeah,
the critic rating, the audience rating, and then the box office. So the
yeah,
like I said, audience is a 90,
yeah,
and I think me and you talking about it kind of reflects on that. So we both liked the movie. That was a good movie.
yeah,
Um, and it making 160 worldwide. So far, it's on its way. It's on its way. I don't know what the budget was, so I can't tell you what they need to make to even break even. But I mean, being 160 is not it's not bad, man. And if the audience score is a 90, that's a good thing. That means word of mouth should pick up here.
yeah,
But yeah, it's
exactly.
52% by the critics. So, but yeah, man, that's all I got for that, man. What else? What you got, man? What's on your mind? What you been watching, man?
So I just finished Rabbit Hole. It's on Paramount Plus.
Rabbit
with
hole.
Kiefer Sutherland. Huh?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I saw a pre promotion for that.
man, that's just crazy. As So Kiefer Sutherland is one of my favorite TV show stars. He's
Yes, I know.
started
From 24, I know.
yeah, man, I
D
had the whole series
D
on DVD.
D
Like, man,
D
listen.
D.
I love it. I love it. But I've always, from like 24 on, I've followed every show that he's put out. But this one is a good one. Rabbit Hole. I highly recommend you all check it out. It's what was it, 10 episodes? I just rolled through it. It was, yeah, I think it was like 8 to 10 episodes. Right around 45 minutes to an hour. It was a lot happening, but it was really good. Something to found downtime. I do recommend you watch it. But coming up, I got the final season of Jack Ryan about to drop.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about
I'm
something
not
else.
ready.
There's something else,
I'm
something
not.
else about to come up.
What?
Secret Wars come out this
Uh,
week.
oh,
Wait, no,
is
no,
this
no.
what already? Yeah, I
Hold on.
forgot.
Nope, I could be wrong. I'm sorry, but hold
I,
on.
w-
Let me. Don't quote me.
I was thinking it was July, but no, I think you're right.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, I was thinking it was July. Oof, jeez.
Bro, I spell secret. I spell secret. I'm blanking.
Secret. I said
Not
night.
Secret Wars. I said Secret War. My bad. Secret Invasion. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay, no, it comes out on 21st. Okay, I was wrong. So 2 more weeks.
21st.
Yeah, 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
I
Oof,
can't wait for
but
that.
it's gonna be up here pretty quick.
And I think too. I think they said that they're going to show it the whole show.
Hmm.
I think they're gonna do the whole. They're gonna put the whole show out. I think that's what they said. I could be wrong, but I think they said they're gonna put the
Well,
whole
I
thing
hope
out.
so.
So if they do that, it's over.
Did you watch the first? Did you watch the first 5 minutes?
No, nope,
Uh,
nope. I thought about it. I was like, nope, no, 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 no. I'm not doing it.
yeah,
I'm staying away from all
I
that,
couldn't
man.
help.
Was it good?
It was good. It was
Okay.
good. I
Yeah.
couldn't
See,
help it.
I try to
It
stay
was
away
good.
from it, bro. 'Cause when I see it, I want to be like, oh, okay, the first time it comes out or whatever, I want to see the whole entire thing together. So,
Yeah,
what was another thing too? It was something that's coming out on Netflix. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but um, I finally finished the whole entire season of the whole entire series of Justice League. I'm on Justice League Unlimited now. I think I'm almost done with season. No, I'm done with season one. I'm on season two.
yeah.
I was trying to watch that until Secret Invasions came out. Of course, the main movie coming out next week. Listen, bruh, I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait,
Hey, listen.
bruh.
I
Man, I
got
can't wait.
Mariah a ticket. We're going to a 10 a.m. showing on Friday.
Oh, okay. We're gonna probably go probably like around the afternoon after I get done with the We Talk Mad show. But man, listen, bro, oh man, we've been waiting on this movie. I've been dodging a lot of clips, man.
Oh
More
yeah,
trailers that came out and all that, bro. I'm dodging all that. I don't want to see nothing else. I want to go to this movie and watch this movie, man. Finally get this thing
yeah,
pumping in my veins out here, man.
yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
But yeah, man. You got anything else you want to add? Oh, you know what, man? I forgot to tell the people, man. So they're narrowing down on the Superman Legacy cast, man. So we
Oh
should be
yeah,
hearing some news about that pretty
yeah,
soon here. Some other news. They're starting to kind of talk about that. They said Marvel and Sony are starting to talk right now about the new Spider-Man movie, but
yeah,
Tom Holland wants to take a break from acting for a
yeah.
little bit. So I don't know how that's going to affect the movies going forward. Um, and I think that's probably about it, man. Oh, and supposedly they're looking to cast the actor to play Two Face in the Batman 2 movie, the Matt Reeves Batman 2.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that'd
man.
be fun.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting, man. So there's other little tidbits that came down. So, but yeah, that's all I got, man. You got anything else?
Hey, I was about to be hype. Yeah. Now, man. Next time we on here, we'll be talking Flash. I am ready.
Man, I
And
feel like
really,
this
I
movie.
really
It feel like this movie's been a long time coming, man. It's been a long time
because
coming.
it
We've been waiting.
has.
Yeah, it really has. You're right. I'm just ready to see, kind of get that vision. So supposedly too, there's a rumor that Andy Muschietti supposed to be directing the Batman movie. So if that's the case, and I'm hearing good things about this movie,
Mm-hmm.
I'm even more hyped.
Yeah.
Especially from like the little clips we saw of Michael Keaton in the movie.
Yeah.
Put my wallet in, man. Just go ahead, take my wallet, and leave me alone. That's all I want you to do. Is take my wallet, bro.
Exactly. Yep.
But yeah, man, that's gonna probably do it for us today, guys. It is
Yeah.
your boys, Rel and Will, because we're geeks. Well, we encourage you guys to geek, man. Listen, we'll be back here next Saturday, guys. Saturday morning, talking to you guys about the Flash. So that's another spoiler for you guys. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, guys. And also you can follow us on Twitter and also on LinkedIn. I almost forgot what it was. You can follow us. I got the links down below in the description box below. You click on those links, you can follow us on those. And with all that being said, man, it is your boy Real.
It's your boy Will.
Stay geeked, and we out.